Welcome to this session of Yoga with Manohar. In this session, I've recorded multiple pranayams and asanas with detailed instructions for you to follow along and enjoy a complete yoga session. We'll start with Surya Namaskar or sun salutation. Sun salutation is a complete body stretch in itself. Then we'll do 9 pranayams or breathing exercises. And in between the pranayams, we'll perform light exercises to strengthen all parts from toe to head. After the pranayams, we'll do some asanas or stretches and we'll end with yoga nidra to relax our whole body. This is a guided session for everyone. No experience necessary. Please start the session at least 2 hours after your last meal. Wear comfortable clothes, spread your yoga mat or a non-slip blanket and follow along. If you have any medical conditions, please consult your doctor before starting this session, just like you would start any other session. Thank you and enjoy. Take a few deep breaths. Raise your hands up and bend your back backwards as far as it can go. Once you're done, swing your hands down all the way. You can pause on the knee and arch your back upwards. This is called the cat pose and it's normally helpful when you're starting the first time in the day. Then you slide your hands down, reach out your ankles and bend your back so that your chin is aiming to reach your knees. Then move your left leg forward into a forward lunge. And keep your hands right beside your legs. Your rear leg should not be touching the ground, just off the ground, and you're lowering your hips as low as they can go. Move your leg back and then with both feet flat on the ground, get into a downward dog pose. So your hips are pointing towards your ceiling, head is towards the ground. You stay in this, maybe even double the time that you are normally keeping for the others. Lower yourself all the way down into a flat pose. This is called the Asana. So 8 portions of your body are touching the ground. Your chin, your chest, your hands, your knees and your toes. Your hips and groin area are not touching. Then raise up into a cobra pose. Your navel is still on the ground. Raise up as high as you can. Hands are beside your chest. Raise up into a downward dog pose. We are now reversing. So both feet flat on the ground, hips reaching towards the ceiling. Bring the left foot forward in between your hands and get into a forward lunge. Take your foot back and raise yourself up and still lower your hands around your ankles and get your chin towards the knee without bending your knee. Sometimes it helps to bend your knee, stretch your back and then straighten up your knee. And then raise up, pushing your back as far as you can go, and then come down. Ease your breath. We'll repeat once more. This time we'll focus on breathing because that's how we normally keep it. It's alternate inhale and exhale, except when you're lying flat on the ground, then you're holding your breath. So I'll just call inhale, exhale, and do the steps. So ease your breath, feet together, inhale, backwards, exhale, forward bend, inhale, forward lunge, left foot forward, exhale, downward dog, hold your breath flat, inhale, raise up, cobra, exhale, downward dog, inhale, forward lunge, exhale into the forward bend, and inhale, back, and relax. So we have done 2 rounds of sun salutation. Now we'll get into stretching our body all the way from the bottom of our foot to the top. We'll be exercising all the muscles along the way. And something important to remember is we'll be focusing a lot on the breathing exercises. So in yoga, you focus a lot on breathing, and then the asanas come in next. So for sitting in the breathing exercises, you can choose one of the 4 poses. So the simplest one is sitting cross-legged, which is the Sukhasana, or the happy pose, or comfortable pose. Next one is getting one leg up onto your thigh, and this is the Siddhasana. And then you can also get both legs on your thighs, and this is the Padmasana. So these are 3 angles that you can sit on on the ground when you are doing the breathing exercises. Do whichever is the most comfortable. For me, I can sit longer in the Siddhasana but less in the Padmasana, so I'll sit in the Siddhasana here. The 4th pose is actually on your shins. This is called the Vajrasana, or the lightning pose. So you sit straight up here. So all of these poses help to keep your back straight, which is the most important aspect of it. If you are uncomfortable sitting on the ground, you can sit in the chair, but try to keep your back straight. Okay. Now we'll sit. And first breathing exercise is fairly simple, can be done at any time of the day, between meals, after meals, no restrictions, and can be done by anyone, no restrictions there again. So take a deep breath, and what you're doing is stabilizing your breath, preferable to close your eyes and focus on your breath. You breathe in for 2.5 seconds and breathe out for 2.5 seconds. You can increase the frequency of your breathe in and breathe out up to about 10 seconds as your capacity increases. This exercise increases the lung capacities and helps in all the respiratory. We will do this for 3 minutes. Keep your head straight. And sometimes your back will slouch, so bring it back up again. So slowly open your eyes. Now we'll start with the mini exercises, and we'll combine some mini exercises and some full stretches in this duration. So first one, just bend your toes. Keep them for about 10 seconds. Relax. Again. You can also combine breathing as you are doing this. So when you are in the pose, you can breathe in, take a deep breath when you are just bending your toes. And then relax. And the last time. Relax. Now we'll take the foot and bend it forward as if just the toes are trying to reach the ground with your heel still on the ground. Relax. 10 seconds. Okay. Relax. And you can count to 10 by 1001, 1002 or any way that you would like. And the last one. Now shift your legs so that your feet are about 2 feet apart, about the width of your yoga mat, and bend inwards again with the toes trying to reach the ground. Your whole leg is on the ground, so your knees are not lifting up, just trying to get them together. This releases the stress in your feet. Relax. Repeat. relax. Last one. Get your feet together again, and now we'll make circles with your feet, going as low as possible and lifting up. You can breathe in as you are lifting up and then breathe out as you're going down. So you can start clockwise and then we'll do an anti-clockwise round, 5 each. Now we can turn anti-clockwise. Now we are done with the foot. We'll move up and we'll relax our knees. So this one is difficult to see in the video, but you're compressing your knee and pushing it down towards the ground with your feet all on the with your heels still on the ground. You're pushing it down and holding it there for 10 seconds. Very good for knee pains. And then relax them. Repeat again. Compress it as much as you can and then relax. And the last one. And relax. Now we'll shift our focus to the hips and the thighs, the hamstrings. So bring your leg forward as close as you can to the chest. Hold the ankle and your shin. So that as if you're holding a baby, and rock it, just like you're putting a baby to sleep. We've done about 10 times, then shift legs and repeat again. Now we'll continue focusing on the hamstring and the hips. This time we lift our leg up, get your foot as close to your groin as possible, tuck your tummy in if necessary, and then get your knee as close to your chest, preferably with your chin almost resting, so you could kiss your knee. Hold it there. And then after 10 seconds, lower it down, the foot still on the as close to the groin as possible, and then pushing your knee down so that it's almost touching the ground. Again, each person would be at different stages. Both of these comes with practice, but push it as low as it will go. Pull it up again. Push it down. It helps to exhale whenever you are reaching toward compressing your tummy. And push down. Repeat with your left leg, so get it as close to your groin as possible, and you will notice a difference between your legs. So one leg may be easier to do than the other. So exhale, it helps to exhale and then pull in. Push down. Last one. And push. Okay, so you can relax your feet or legs, let the blood flow in. You can also bring in your foot together and move them up and go down, up and down, down as close as possible to the ground, and not fast but slowly. You're stretching again your hamstrings, your pelvic muscles, and your calves. And for fun, if you have kids, you can just play with them like this and they enjoy it. Okay, we get into the next breathing exercise. The next one is Kapalbhati. Of all the breathing exercises, this is considered the most valuable, and you will know it when we do it. So the way that you do this is you're not focusing on the inhale, you're focusing on exhale. And you're doing a forceful exhale such that you are, it's almost like you're taking a cough but with your mouth closed. So you're forcing the exhale as much as you can. So you feel your tummy going in, your shoulders rising up, and you're coughing. And if you feel dizzy during this time, you should open your eyes first, and then if it continues to feel dizzy, stop or slow down your pace at which you are breathing out. You may feel exhausted by the time that we are done. And feel free to stop at lower duration than. You can see the first round. I'll just give a small demo. That's what you're doing. You're forcing your air out and then exhaling it with force. So we start now. So what you have done in this exercise is you have strengthened your diaphragm. You're also focused on body getting used to little less oxygen. So this helps in a lot of ways. I can post something on the blog there. Now we'll shift. We had stretched our feet and legs. Now we'll shift our focus to back. So sit with your legs in a V shape, and you'll reach the foot with both your hands, but you'll drop your elbows so that your elbows are not locking in. So your back is getting as close as possible. So you're shifting this, drop your elbow, hold your foot, and then take your right hand. So if you reach out with both hands to your right leg, then take your right hand and take it backwards and look up towards the hand, as high as the hand can go, so that is lowering your back. Hold for 10 seconds. Now legs are flat on the ground, your knees are flat on the ground. Again, if it lifts a little bit at start, that's fine. That's a goal that I'm saying, that it should be flat on the ground. So reach out to your left foot, drop your hands, take your left hand and look back. So raise your hand as high as you can, and that will lower your back. Back. We'll repeat 5 times again. So reach out to your right foot, is up, down. You can also exhale when you are in the position and inhale when you are back in normal position. So exhale. And last one. Last set that was, and this is the last one. Okay. Breathe, relax, keep our feet like this, and then this time we'll bend our back. Again, we'll be dropping our elbows as we reach out. We'll bend our back so that our chin is reaching for the knee. Again, your body will behave differently, and it's okay. That is the goal of the chin reaching the knee. If it doesn't, try as close as possible. Feet flat on the ground, knees not rising up. So reach out for your foot, drop your elbows, and then reach. Pick up, shift positions, and do it on the left. Pick up, and repeat. We'll do it 5 times again. Each of these you are holding for 10 seconds. Three. Last one. Okay. Now we'll get our feet together, and we'll again attempt the same, where you are reaching out to your feet with your hands, holding them, your knees flat on the ground, and your body is bending forward with the goal of chin resting between your knees. So you are reaching here, drop your elbows, and initially it may happen that your knees raise up, and that's okay. In the final position, you may want to stretch out as much as you can. And sometimes it helps, as you are doing any of these stretches, is take a small breath, push down, take another small breath, push down, take another small breath, push down, and then hold. and raise up. You can keep that position for when you do the formal asanas. That is one of the positions that you can keep for 30 seconds or up to a minute. So right now we are just doing it to stretch our muscles, so we'll just keep it for 10 seconds each and we'll repeat it 5 times. Relax, and this time we'll do 30. So take a deep breath. Again, we can do push downs and then we'll hold. So small breath, push, small breath, push, small breath, push. You can take shallow breaths. Alright, great. So we stretched our back a bit, and in fact quite well. Now we'll turn the back so that we are just not stretching in one direction, we're stretching up. So take your right leg, keep it next to your left knee. Take your left hand, take it over, reach for the ankle, and then bend. Look behind you. We'll keep this for 30 seconds. This may cause some inconvenience to your neck, so slowly turn your neck back and then bring the shoulder and bring it back again. Now raise your left leg, place it next to your right knee, and then take your right hand over to the ankle and turn. Okay, slowly move your neck back, and that's good for one time. And we will do a chakra. So in the olden days, people would grind, and this was a grinding stone. It had a stick, and imagine a big stone around. So you are taking the stick and turning it down, going as low on the ground as possible without lying flat, and then raising yourself up. So you made one circle, 2, so this is a grinding wheel or chakra. 3, and when you are coming front, come as close, bend as much as possible. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the last one 10 in the clockwise direction. Now we'll change the direction and do it in the anti-clockwise. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
So you should feel some of the fat burning away. And now that we have done the back, we'll get into the next breathing exercise. So before we do that, let's try doing the butterfly again, and we'll wrap up with one more back exercise. So bend forward as much as possible, such that, again, with the goal of your chin touching the toes. So almost kissing your feet. So that stretches your hamstrings again. Lift up. Now we'll get to the next breathing exercise. Actually, it's a set of 3 before we do the mini exercise again. These are all focused on lungs, so, and your digestive parts, digestive organs. So sit straight up, take a deep breath, and I'll demonstrate first and then we'll repeat. So when you're taking a deep breath, then you start exhaling, and when you're exhaling, you're completely letting all the air out. So you're compressing your anal region, so that's called the Mula chakra, then Jal chakra or Agni, so you are closing that, and then you are closing the Jalandhar, so which is the chin down on the neck. So after you exhale out completely, you lock these 3, and now your body will be holding it without any air for 10 to 20 seconds as long as you can, and then release. So let us start with the 10 seconds. So inhale, this is the demonstration, exhale out. Stomach getting as close to the spinal cord as you can, and then close your neck. And then slowly inhale while lifting up the neck, and then relax your rest of the parts. So that's one set. We'll do 3 of these sets. So we'll start again. Number 1. Inhale, exhale out completely, getting the stomach in and then locking that in there, and then bending your neck. Slowly start inhaling, open your neck, and then inhale. Inhale again. Exhale, locking your anal region, locking your stomach slowly in the neck. Raise up. Take one more breath and then repeat the same. Inhale, start exhaling, lock your anal, lock your stomach. And inhale. In the 3 sets of exercises. The next one is similar, except that when you are exhaling, it's similar in the first step. You are just exhaling out all the air, and this time you are not closing any of the organs. All you are doing is tucking the stomach in all the way, and then once it has reached the end point, you just move your stomach in and out. That exercises your stomach muscles. This should not be done by women who are pregnant or expecting to be pregnant, or they are going through the menstrual cycle, but all others can be done. So inhale, exhale out completely, put your stomach in, now move your stomach. So we move it 10 times to slowly increase each one. Inhale, and again do it to your capacity. It's not a competition. That was 20. Take another deep breath. Take it in. And that was 30, a little faster 30. But do it to the capacity of your breath. The third one is the inverse of what we have been doing. So we have been exhaling and holding our breath. Now we'll inhale and hold our breath. So we'll have oxygen filled into our lungs, and then inhale. While inhaling, we'll constrict our throat so that when you're inhaling the air, it will make a peculiar sound. Each person's sound will be different, but it's extremely good for clearing up your throat. It's like you're forcing air through, so it's like a pressure air wash of your throat. And then you're holding your breath, and you will do what we have done in the first one, where you will close the neck so that no more air comes in or goes out with your chin. And after about 10 or 15 seconds of holding that, we'll raise our chin up and then release the air through the left nostril. I'll do the demo now. That was just a normal breathe in and breathe out. Now I'll constrict my throat. So that is one set. We'll do 3 sets of those, and again we'll hold it 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds in each time. Do it to your capacity. Lift up and exhale. The last one I'll hold for 30. Okay, so we had focused on back last time. Now we'll shift our focus up into the hands. So take your hands out. These exercises are extremely good for carpal tunnel, again mini exercises, and you can do it at any time while watching TV or anything like that. So just bend your fingers like so. You can relax your elbows a little, they need not be straight. Hold it for 10 seconds, lift up, bend down. Stretch out, then bend down. Now we'll make a fist. We'll take our thumb in and crush it as much as we can with our fingers. Now we'll flip our hands up and down. Okay, now make a fist again with your thumb in, but you're not crushing it this time. Just get your hands together and we'll roll our hands. Roll them outside in. Okay, now that we have exercised our palms, you can take a little break, then stretch our hands out and imagine that there are weights and you are holding the strings of the weights and you're pulling them and working your biceps. So you're pulling as much of the weight as you can. Relax. Do the same. Relax. Relax. 2 more times. The last one. And here. So now we'll move our hands side and repeat the same. So think of the weights on the sides and then you're pulling in. And the last one. Okay. So now that we are done with the hand exercises, we'll get into the next breathing. But before we do that, you may want to move your legs a little bit so that blood is flowing. If you are feeling numb or anything, you can change your position the next time that we do. This time we'll be breathing in alternatively from the left nostril and the right nostril. You're breathing in and through your left, breathing out through your right, and repeat the same on both sides. So we'll end the cycle with whichever nostril you started. So it helps to start with an exhale on the left so that you know that your cycle is ended when you again exhale from the left. So to do the closing of the nostril, we'll keep your index finger closer to your thumb. Just makes it easy to close these two. But you can close one nostril with this, and then when you are changing position, you can close the other nostril with this. Meanwhile, your left hand can remain in the same position so that your hand positions are similar. Exhale out through your left, close your right nostril, exhale through your left. Inhale through your left. 2.5 to 5 seconds, whatever works, 2.5 to 10 seconds, whatever works for you, and then exhale through your right. Inhale through your right and exhale through your left. So that is the process that we'll do, and so that was the demo. We'll start the second one.
The time is up, so exhale when you are done with the left nostril. So you have completed cycles. So it might, this position more than the breathing. Breathing is very relaxing. It could have happened that your hand is hurting a little more, so that's possible. And what we'll do now is shift our focus to the shoulders, which we didn't exercise last time. So here there are a couple of stretches that we'll do. The first one is fairly simple. Lift your hands up, right, and hold your forearms and pull to one side. Hold it and then relax. Again, do the same with the other side. For the next one, take your right hand and you can either keep it up, and if it doesn't go all the way, the goal is for this to reach the hand and then pull. So sometimes it's possible that it doesn't reach all the way. So take the right hand, take your left hand and use it to push the right hand as up as possible. Once you reach the peak, it will be easier for your left hand to go in and grab it. Stretch both and then look up. We'll take 3 deep breaths, so 30 seconds. Then we'll shift hands again. So again, if the hand doesn't go up, push it with your other hand. Take it as high up as possible. Take your right hand and pull. Okay. So repeat the same with both hands, one more set. So take your right hand, tuck it up, and with your left hand reach out and pull, look up. Repeat on the other side. Okay, so we are done with the shoulders. Now we'll focus our attention on our neck and eyes. So we'll slowly roll our head. So bring your neck down. Take a breathe in as you are raising your neck up. And once you reach the half position, start breathing out. We'll do 3 rounds, but slow. Do not hesitate. Down, up, down, So once you're done 3 times on one side, we'll repeat the same in the anti-clockwise direction. Shift direction, lift up on the left. Now we'll do the eye exercises. We don't exercise the eye almost never, and yet we use it for especially computer screen staring all day. So let's start with our nose focusing on the thumb that is stretched out in front of your hand. So eyes focusing on the thumb. The thumb will be at nose level, and then move your thumb towards the nose and watch the thumb as it gets closer to the nose. Then keep your back straight, and then you can exhale and keep getting the thumb closer. Watch it and inhale. Three times. So this exercise, the eyes to be getting closer towards your nose and then spreading out. So that is one part of the exercise. Second one, just get both your thumbs together, and you can do, we'll do 2 steps. So one, we'll do 3 times this step. So take both of these thumbs and move them out while watching both the thumbs. So your eyeballs will be stretching towards your outside of the eye. So the first one focused on getting the eyeball towards the inside of your eyes, and this is focusing on getting it to the outside. Bring them back in, up around. Again, it helps to take a deep breath as you're going out, and exhale as you come in. So I feel stressed, you can blink. The third one is actually an eye roll. So instead of just doing an eye roll where your head will have a tendency to turn around, we use our thumbs to guide the eye roll. Take our thumb, look up at the thumb, and make a big circle. Without turning your head, watch the thumb as it goes down. Once it reaches down, take your other hand and raise up. Again, without turning your head, looking at the thumb all the time. So your eyes are fully rolling around, your eyeballs are fully rolling around your eyes. Again, these exercises you can do at any time, especially after staring at the screen for a long time. Very, very helpful to relax. That was one set on the clockwise direction, so we'll repeat on the anti-clockwise. So start with the left hand on the top, bring it down, and take your right hand to guide it down. Up and down. Third one. That was the eye exercises. Now we'll get into the final meditation pose. So in between these 3, I will not be talking, so I'll give a demo of all the 3. So you take your thumbs, the middle and ring finger together, and then the forefinger. Place your forefinger right above your eye close. Take your middle and ring finger to close your eyes, and take your thumb and close your ears. So at this time, you are just with yourself.
you cannot hear, and you are turning out all the distractions. And here you make a humming sound like a bumblebee humming, and you can also do Om with your mouth closed. So do it for 3 times, so, and as long as you can. So take a deep breath, and this is a demo, so we'll do it together again later when we start the 3 sessions. We repeat this for 3 times. So that's the first one. The second one, without opening our eyes, we'll take our hands down and say Om. And Om, the way it is said is you start with the O, and and you think of the air passing, or you concentrate on the air passing through your navel, from your navel, all the way up. And when you are your air is somewhere at the throat, and then you are closing your mouth and saying and there you will feel the vibrations in your head and brain. So it's an extremely good exercise for vibrating your body all the way through and helping you to get into concentration. After we are done with 3 rounds of those Om, then you'll just go into meditation. You can meditate on whatever you like, a flower, your friend, or you want to think of any object. Or sometimes you can just think of yourself and think of the light within. So whatever pleases you, choose one to meditate, and after about 2 minutes of meditation, we'll rub our hands and close it and place it on our eyes and open. So that will be the 3 sets that we'll do. So the Om, I will give a demonstration again. Meditation, of course, I cannot demonstrate. It's just closing your eyes. The difference between meditation and Brastika, the first breathing exercise that we do, is in breathing exercise, you're focusing on the breath. Here, you're not focusing on the breath, you're just focusing on any object that you feel like, and let breath take its natural course. So, Om. So that was one set, and we'll do 3 of those. We'll start with Brahmari, which is closing our eyes and ears, and then activating our frontal lobes, and then with the then the Om 3 times, and then the meditation. So we'll start.
Once you're done, raise your hands over your head, rub, nice heat generated, place it on your eyes and slowly open your eyes. So once you're done, you'll get down on the yoga mat and sit on our shins with our hips resting on the feet and sit straight. This is called the Vajrasana or the lightning pose, and all you're doing is focusing on your breath. Keep it for about a minute. Very helpful to do after your meals. Now, the next asana that we'll do while sitting in this pose and just with a small variation is Mandukasana. So we'll make a fist, close your, make a fist with your hands, keep the hands together and place them on the navel. Then bend down, and as you bend down, you are compressing your stomach and you're just laying flat to the ground. You're not trying to get your head to the ground, you're just laying flat and look up. Slowly raise yourself up. 2 more times. So make the fist, close it as is, and this time we'll keep for 20 seconds. Come back up. And repeat again. You're taking shallow breaths as you're doing this exercise. And this time we'll do the same, but we'll keep our hand, instead of making a fist, we'll keep our hands one over the other and then bend down. Very helpful. Both of these are very helpful, while especially for people suffering from diabetes. and slowly raise up again. We'll repeat 2 more times. Ten seconds. You can take shallow breaths, but if possible, hold the breath. Lift up. And down again. Next one, from the same position, raise your hands up and bend down all the way. So your your hips are still on the feet, but you're bending down all the way so your head is touching the ground. It's called the child pose or the Shishurasana. Or Shirshakasana. After about a minute, lift up your head. Sometimes you may feel dizzy if you suddenly go from this position straight up. So leave the head flat, parallel to the ground for a little while, and then slowly lift yourself up. So the next asana is called the boat pose. We'll do 2 variations of this. One is a half boat pose and the other is the full boat pose. So we'll start with the half and then we'll get into the full. So first lie down on the ground. And once you are on the ground, you are lifting your head, both your legs and your back up from the ground. So you'll be resting solely on your hips, but your legs are beneath your head. So as close to the ground as possible, but just above. So like this. It was 30 seconds. If 30 seconds feels higher, you can stop at the time that you feel like, which is 10 or 20 seconds. So we'll repeat it 2 more times and then we'll get into the full boat pose. So here you go. Lift yourself up just a little bit and stay. I'm exhausted after 2 rounds. I'll give it a pause And then see if I can get the third one going. Increases the core muscles and reduces the fat. Strengthens the core muscles. Okay, third one. Once you're done with this, we'll do the full boat pose where we are raising the same thing. The legs are up and the back is up, but this time your legs are way above your head. So your body is as far up from the ground as possible instead of as close to the ground as possible. So, and again, resting just on the hips. Take a few deep breaths, stabilize ourselves, and then return to that pose. Okay, lift up, and sometimes it helps if you want to just hold on to your legs and then let go and stay. That was 20 seconds. We'll repeat 2 more times of 20 each. You can go to 30 if your body allows that, or stop at 10. Do at the pace that your body dictates. Lift up. And the third time. Okay, now that you are done with the Asana, you will continue lying on the floor on your back, and we'll do Asana. You continue lying on the floor, and we'll repeat it in 2 different sets. So the first one is just to ease yourself up. So lift your leg up, exhale, hold your leg on your shins and pull it as close to your chest as possible, and lift your head and try to kiss the head, kiss the knee. Relax and let go. Take a few deep breaths to stabilize. Take your left leg, pull in. and exhale. We'll repeat it one more time so that your body is getting used to it, and then we'll do the Pavanmuktasana, where we are just doing this with both legs together. So take your right knee, right leg, bend at the knee, pull it in as close, tucking your stomach in and kissing it. Relax and pull your left leg in. Now we'll get both legs in and try to keep it for 10 seconds. If possible, we can increase it in the next one to 20 seconds. So take both legs, pull it in and get your head as close to the knees as possible. So after about 10 seconds, you can relax and let go. Both feet, both legs in and lifting your head up. And relax. And one more round of both legs in. Relax. We can continue lying in this position. We'll do the next asana, which is called the Markat Asana. And again, there are 3 variations in the Markat Asana. We'll start with the first one, where you spread your arms apart and keep both your legs together. Turn to your left side. The legs turn to the left side and turn your head to the right. Shoulders are still on the ground. Your legs are together trying to reach the ground. So your left leg is all the way to the ground and right leg as close as possible to the left. Turn and keep it there for 30 seconds. Okay, bring them back together. Turn your legs to the right side and your head to the left, looking at your left hand. Okay, we'll do the second variation, keeping your foot about 2 feet apart or 1.5 feet apart, and then repeating the same. You are bending onto the left side, but this time your right knee is attempting to reach your left foot. So bend, shoulders are still flat, hands are still flat on the ground, and your right knee is almost, if possible, touching the ground, touching the left foot. Relax your legs. This is an extremely good exercise for your knees as well as your thighs and your back. So right side, The third variation of this will keep your feet flat on the ground. Then raise your right leg straight up and bend to the right, to the left, sorry. With your shoulders still on the ground and your right leg should be approaching your left hand. Sometimes it is difficult, it's okay to leave it like this. Try to get it down and then slowly work your way up so that it lands in your hand. Or if it is here and your hand can go down, take it and pull it up. All of those variations are okay as long as the final position you're aiming for is that your left hand and right feet, your left hand is folding the right feet and is parallel perpendicular to your body. So hold it there for 30 seconds. Again, the shoulders are flat on the ground. Lift your left leg, right leg, come back. Lift your leg, left leg, and repeat the same on the other side. You take our left leg, turn it over into your right hand and look the other way. Lift up your left leg, bring it down. We'll do one more set of this one. Hands spread out. Bend your legs at the knees and we'll repeat. So both legs together, bend to your left, look to your right. Repeat the other side. So both legs together, bend. Okay. Now we keep our feet apart about 1.5 foot and then do the same with our right knee approaching our left foot. Repeat the same. So both feet are about 1.5 foot apart and you're bending to the right with your left foot approaching with your left knee approaching your right foot. Keep both your feet stretched out. Take your right leg up in the air. Bend it to the left so that it reaches your left hand. Shoulders flat on the ground. Look to the right and hold. You can breathe. Lift the right leg, bring it back. Take your left leg up, perpendicular to the ground, and bend it so that it reaches your right hand. Turn your head towards the left. Lift your left leg, bring it back. And that was the crocodile pose. So those were all the asanas. And once you are done, you can get into, I'll guide you through a Shavasana or Yoga Nidra or the body scan meditation, multiple names for it. It actually relaxes your body. So we have put a lot of stress on the body, and what we'll do is focus our breath onto different parts. Of course, when I say focus your breath, most often you're not taking your breath all the way, but you're taking your concentration. And mind's concentration works wonders in relaxing body, and you can use it at any time to relax a portion. So we lie down on our back. Hands beside, get into a comfortable position. Lie on our back. Take a few deep breaths. Shake your body around so that you don't feel any stress. Take a few deep breaths. Now every time when I call out that take your breath to this part, slowly imagine the air flowing all the way to that part of the body, and then lingering it as long as I call out, and then when I call out to exhale. So we'll repeat for each part of the body twice, and at the end of it I'll say drop that part to the ground. And what it essentially means is forgetting about that part, relaxing it there, and then moving on to other parts of the body. So we'll start with our feet and move all the way up. Take a few deep breaths. Inhale into your feet. Let the breath linger in the feet. Focus on the breath going towards the toes. Look at each of the toes. Relax them and then exhale. Inhale again into your feet. Relax each part. Exhale out. Drop your feet to the ground. Now we'll inhale into the ankle. Inhale into the ankle. Let it circulate all parts of the ankle, all around. And exhale. Imagine all the stress going away. Inhale in. And exhale. Now inhale into the calves. There are a lot of stress accumulated with our walking and exercising.
Exhale out. Inhale into your calf again. This time imagine the breath going all the way from the knee to the ankle, along the calf, and then coming back, taking away all the impurities. Exhale. Inhale into your knees. Let it linger, collect the impurities and exhale out. Inhale again into your knees. Shining it up. Relaxing. Drop your knees and calf to the ground and then inhale into your thighs. If you are feeling stress anywhere, focus on that area. Let the breath linger there a little longer. And then exhale. This time around, inhale into your thigh, but think of the breath going from the hip all the way to the knee and then back. Exhale and repeat. Drop your thighs to the ground and inhale into your hip. Focus on the hip bone and the hip area. Exhale. Inhale again. Relax your body. Now inhale into your groins. Exhale. Inhale again into your groins. Let it linger all around and then exhale. Inhale into your lower back. A lot of stress and pain develops in the lower back, so concentrate there a little longer. Exhale. Inhale into your lower back again. And exhale. Drop your lower back and hips to the ground and we'll shift focus to the middle of your spinal cord. Exhale. Think of the breath traveling from the middle of the spinal cord to the bottom, easing out all the strain and stress. And drop your lower spinal cord to the ground. Inhale into your stomach. Exhale. Inhale in and imagine all of the parts of the body there, the large intestine, the small intestine, your stomach, your pancreas. It's a pretty busy area. Let it linger and soothe all of those, and then exhale. Inhale into your upper back. Relax your upper back. Inhale into your upper back and imagine the breath going down along the spine, down to the mid and back up again. Taking all the negative energy away and exhaling it out. Repeat. Drop your upper back to the ground and shift focus to your heart and lungs. You can hear your heart beating. And
and relax. Now we'll shift our focus to our hands. So think of both palms, take your breath to both palms and also to each finger while you're at the palm. Think of each finger and relax. Move them if you want. Inhale again, this time lingering around the palm and taking away all the stress. Breathe into your wrist. Exhale. Wrist again. And exhale. Now breathe into your forearm. Exhale. Breathe again into your forearm, imagining the breath going down from the elbow to your wrist. And then on the way back, carrying all the impurities out. Breathe into your elbow. Exhale. Breathe into your elbow again. Drop your elbow, forearm and hands down and shift focus to your upper arms, your biceps and triceps. Breathe in again, this time imagining the air going from your shoulder to the elbow and back, relaxing each part. Now breathe into your shoulders. They take a lot of stress, so let it linger there for a little longer. Wherever there is stress, just focus on that area. Repeat again. Slowly passing through all of the shoulder blades and your collarbone. Exhale. Now breathe into your face. Relax each of the muscles on your face. And exhale. Repeat again. If muscles feel tense, think of that area and smile. Now breathe into your brain. Let it linger first on the right half, then on the left, and then exhale. Repeat again, let it flow freely there. Slowly turn your body to the left. Lie on your left side. Rub your hands together. Place them on your eyes. And slowly lift yourself up. So, the next one, now that we have relaxed and we have stretched all our parts, the one part that we did not stretch was the face muscles. So let's do that. There are two that we can do, and I'll demonstrate both. Choose the one that you like, or both. So sit on your shins in what is called the Vajrasana. Then place your hands with your fingers pointing backwards. Lift up a little bit and Open your mouth and roar like a lion. Exercises your throat and your face muscles. The other one is simply force a laughter. Thank you for joining me today. Please share your experience in the comments below. Namaste.